Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my video about the new woodcutting meta with the addition of the Woodcutters Grove in the Fort Forinthry and the Imcando Hatchet. My setup is on screen, but I'm just going to let you pause the video here if you need anything from it. All of the useful items are listed on the left, and I have some visual aids on the right of my setup and the perks in the middle. So if you want to know anything more of that, feel free to pause, but we're moving on. Obviously, we got the new Imcando Hatchet. If you go over to the Woodcutters Grove once you've built it all the way to tier 3, you can speak to the good old Oak who's just standing outside of it, and he'll give you one piece for free if you go through his dialogue. You need 4 pieces to create the hatchet, and to get the other pieces you need to get them from birds' nests. When you get one in a bird's nest, it looks like what it is on screen here. It shows the shard in the nest, and it's a special nest for them, so you'll know when you have them. In addition to that, there is some items that you can use to help you get nests. These items are stuff like the tree shaking scrimshaw. That increases a bird's nest by 300% and is crazy good. The sentinel outfit boosts it a little tiny bit. The cape boosts it a little bit. The rabbit's foot necklace boosts it. All these things will go hand in hand with getting you more nests and giving you a higher chance of the hatchet. Then all you gotta do to make the hatchet is speak to Thurgo, who's south of Port Sarim, give him a red berry pie and 1 million gold with the 4 pieces and a dragon hatchet in your inventory, and boom, you have a Imcando Hatchet. But before we get into the video, it's Raid Shadow Legends, the globally well-known game that has sponsored today's video. Raid Shadow Legends isn't just a mobile game, it's available on PC as well, so you can play it on your big screens. Completely free. You can play the game however you want, casually enjoying all of the visuals, or go into the deep end and compete with other players in the PvP arena. In Raid, there is also over 700 unique champions to pick from, which makes for so many different strategies, and they will help you complete different challenges the game has to offer. These challenges are things such as bosses, dungeons, Doom Tower, and more. There's also plenty of lore to enjoy with Raid, and its new limited series, Call of the Arbiter, you'll learn more about the characters and their backgrounds and their lore. Raid is even adding a series of new characters with this, the first one being Artak himself, a mighty orc warlord. I personally really love Artak, and I think he'll be a great addition. He'll be in episode 1 of Call of the Arbiter, available to everyone for free. All you gotta do is log into Raid for 7 days between now and July the 24th, and he's yours. With all of this exciting stuff and more coming to Raid, if you haven't started playing it yet, what are you waiting for? New players can use my link or scan the QR code right here on screen and get a free starter pack with this cool in-game loot. All you gotta do is hit my link in the description, past the tutorial, and I'll see you there. Every single accomplished tutorial helps me greatly, and I appreciate Raid sponsoring this video, so now let's get right into it. First up, I wanted to talk about the AFK methods, like crystal trees. Do remember that if you set your Max Guild Garden portal to a crystal tree, you can teleport straight there through your Max Guild Garden portal, or with the Grace of the Elves with the crystal tree teleport option when your portal is attuned there. In my testing of crystal trees, using all of the buffs that I had in my setup, I was pushing 325 to 340,000 experience an hour. It was a little bit random on when you would have to click, but you would AFK for a decent amount of time each time, and it was definitely one of the best AFK methods that are in the game at the moment. Next up, moving on to elder trees, because they buffed the amount of logs you get from elder trees now, so they are way more competitive in terms of XP rates. I was pushing 260 to 280k experience an hour, and also getting around 2 mil GP an hour, with elder logs being about 7 to 8k each. So if you don't mind taking a little bit of a hit in XP, you can get money at the same time, which is pretty neat. These are quite good now. You do have to bounce around 3 different elder trees though, so I personally would recommend doing the one that's just north of the cabbage patch, because you can teleport easily there with the Explorer's Ring 4. I have grown my own elder tree in Prith at the Cruiers district, and then that's right next to the teleport from your teleport seed. And then lastly, I just go to the Varrock Lodestone and run over to the Varrock one. Ignore the really bad surge on screen there, you saw nothing. You also have some other items that can help with elder trees, but they're a bit annoying to make. There is a superior locator, but it's pretty annoying, but that is an option to teleport you to a active elder tree. You can make those with divination at 81+. And then also you have 23 teleports with your sentinel outfit every day. So you can utilize your 23 teleports at least and, you know, get the most out of that each day. And for the old meta, well, it's not very good at the moment. It's been confirmed that they're looking at it though, and they are looking to make the XP better. Because as it currently stands, crystal trees are better than golden bamboo, and golden bamboo is around 300 to 320k experience an hour. Obviously, it should be better than crystal trees, and I think before the update, it was pushing close to 400k an hour, so hopefully it'll go back to that when they fix it. But even so, for how AFK it is, it's not terrible. You get to AFK for 20 minutes. It's very, very chill. But I probably would wait until the update to its XP rate soon TM before I go do golden bamboo. Then we move on to Crystallize. I tried a bunch of different trees with Crystallize, and I was very shocked about Acadias in particular. They rebalanced a bunch of trees and they made Acadia's base XP lower than stuff like Mahogany. This makes it more balanced for the earlier game, but for late game, it's not that great anymore. You're sitting at 100% success rate and you're getting 320 to 340k experience an hour with Crystallize. I don't see why anyone would do this over crystal trees at this point, so I would rule out Crystallize Acadia. If you are going to Crystallize, from all my testing, there is 2 trees that you want to Crystallize. The first one being Mahogany. You can Crystallize Mahogany at any given time for 460 to 475,000 experience an hour. That's some solid experience for a slow skill like woodcutting. These are absolutely amazing now, and you can do them at any time, which is important because of the next method. The next method is Crystallize Use, but not any use, the use in the Crystallise district in Prif. I know I butchered that, and I always butcher the name of that. It is what it is. During the Voice of Seren, you get 20% more XP for woodcutting, so Crystallize Use, outside of Voice of Seren, are a bit worse than Mahogany's. They are 435 to 445,000 experience an hour. But if we add that 20% Voice of Seren, I tested it and I was getting over 500k experience an hour, and I managed to settle at around 515k experience an hour for that whole hour. This then makes Crystallize Use on this Voice of Seren the best in slot experience for woodcutting, but you can only do it every so often whenever that Voice of Seren is active. I know a lot of people don't like to go to a specific place for an hour whenever, randomly it shows up. So if you're like that, then Crystallize Mahogany is for you. But if you like to min-max and you want to be efficient with your hours and you don't mind going to Voice of Serens, then this is the method for you. It pushes over 500,000 woodcutting experience an hour, which is pretty mad. And then I just wanted to round this video out with a couple of honourable mentions from all the testing I did. AFK Magics with the best in slot setup that I showcased, and the Furnace perk are actually really effective experience an hour. I was pushing around 275k experience an hour, which means they're close to Elder Trees, and they're a good alternative to Elders if you don't fancy teleporting around all the time. Crystallize Maples can also beat Crystallize Mahogany or Use if you don't have a best in slot setup. Because you don't cap out woodcutting speed on stuff like Use, you can cap out Maples with a lower speed than what's required for best in slot U rates. And you can push 400k experience an hour with Crystallize Maples, so if you are liking a couple of the things in the setup, these might be better. Thank you so much for watching. Do give the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new for loads of future content all related to RuneScape. I tried to be as thorough as I could with all of the different methods, but yeah, the new meta is probably either Crystallize Mahogany if you can't be bothered to do the Voice of Seren for Crystallize Use. As always, if you made it this far into the video, you're an absolute legend. Have a lovely day, evening, morning, whatever it is for you, and as always, until next time, see ya.